Section 5, Chapter 231, Public Law 1975. This is to state for the record that adequate notice of this meeting has been provided to the public by posting and maintaining the annual notice of regular meetings on the bulletin board of the municipal building, by mailing the annual notice of regular meetings for 2025 to the News Record and Star Ledger in December 2024, and by filing said notice in the office of the Township Clerk.
Mr. Daffis. Mr. DeLuca. Here. Ms. Engel.
Here.
Ms. Herman.
Here.
Mayor Adams.
Here.
Whereas Chapter 231, Public Laws of 1975, commonly known as the Open Public Meetings Act, requires all meetings of public bodies be open to the public, and whereas Section 7A provides that the governing body has the discretion to permit, prohibit, or regulate the active participation of the public at any meeting, and whereas desire the governing body to comply with the provision of this act, same time to conduct its business in an orderly and expeditious manner. Now therefore be it resolved by the Township Committee, Township Maplewood, does hereby prohibit except as set forth in the formal agenda, active participation in the deliberations of the governing body by the public, except as otherwise prescribed by law, does limit the public to observations of the actions and discussions of the governing body at all its regular and special meetings.
Moved.
Second?
Mr. DeLuca? Yes. Ms. Engel?
Yes.
Herman?
Yes.
Mayor Adams?
Yes. Okay, we have a couple of moments of silence after the salute to the flag, so please stand to the salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If you indulge us, we'd just like to hold a moment of silence in memory of a couple of important residents. Giovanna Barada Lafredo. She passed away on November 15th, longtime business owner and wife and mother of Roman Gourmet since 1971. She was also a former Maplewood resident. So please take a moment to remember her. Thank you. Next, we remember J. Todd Lamb. Todd recently passed away. He was retired Township of Maplewood DPW foreperson in the Shade Tree Division from 1994 to 2012. He was the township arborist and did landscaping for the Duran Hedden House. For a number of years, he was also consulted with the Conservancy in our early years of the Memorial Park Conservancy. And just loved trees and helped us save a lot of them. And we remember him, and sadly. Thank you. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the December 2nd, 2025 meeting of the Maplewood Township Committee. We have no proclamations or special presentations tonight, so the first thing on the agenda is public comment for agenda items only. Then we move into our Board of Health meeting. We have no ordinances on final passage and one ordinance on for introduction. To prohibit smoking in outdoor cafes and streeteries. Our reports from departments, we have administration, township attorney, township clerk, and then elected official reports. We start with committee member Engel, committee member DeLuca, deputy mayor Herman, and then I go last. We have no discussion items on for tonight. And we have a consent agenda. Then we move into second public comment. And then we will go into closed session again because we didn't finish what we needed to talk about in closed session prior to the meeting. So we will continue that closed session, then come back into open and adjourn. So with that, I'd like to open public comment. Mr. Ware, is there anyone online who would like to address the Township Committee on agenda items only?
If anyone joining on Zoom would like to speak on agenda items only, please raise your hand. I see no hands, Mayor.
Okay, then with that, we'll move into our Board of Health meeting. I'll turn it over to Committee Member Engel.
Thanks, Mayor. That was fast. Pursuant to Section 5, Chapter 231, Public Law 1975, this is to state for the record that adequate notice of this meeting has been provided to the public by posting and maintaining the annual notice of regular meetings on the bulletin board of the municipal building, by mailing the annual notice of regular meetings for 2025 to the News Record and Star Ledger in December 2024, and by filing said notice in the office of the Township Clerk.
Mayor Adams,
Here.
Mr. Daffis, Mr. DeLuca,
Here.
Ms. Herman,
Here.
Ms. Engel.
Here.
Whereas Chapter 231, Public Laws 1975, commonly known as the Open Public Meetings Act, requires that all meetings of public bodies be open to the public, and whereas Section 7 provides that the Board of Health has the discretion to permit, prohibit, or regulate the active participation of the public at any meeting, and whereas desire the Maplewood Board of Health to comply with the provisions of this act, same time to conduct its business in an orderly and expeditious manner. Now therefore be resolved by the Maplewood Board of Health, Township of Maplewood, does hereby prohibit, except as set forth in the formal agenda, active participation in the deliberations of the Board of Health by the public, except as otherwise described by law, does limit the public to the observation of the actions and discussions of the Board of Health at all of its regular and special meetings.
So moved.
Second.
Mayor Adams,
Yes.
Mr. DeLuca,
Yes.
Ms. Herman,
Yes.
Ms. Engel.
Yes. Now I move the approval of the Board of Health meeting minutes from November 5th, 2025.
Second.
Mayor Adams,
Yes.
Mr. DeLuca,
Yes.
Ms. Herman,
Yes.
Ms. Engel.
Yes. Thank you. And now I have a very special guest joining us today. Our health officer is out, so in her place we have Gabriel Suarez. Very exciting. He's our local health outreach coordinator, and we are excited for you to give our Board of Health presentation this month. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, make sure you speak right into the mic, because that one's not that great.
Are you going to share his presentation, Mr. Wary?
Good thing you asked, because poor Gabe is standing there.
I know. I didn't want to. He's got the hands out, though, like Candace always has.
So we will start with, yes, thank you, with our first slide here is included to address the recent statements coming from the CDC that suggested there may be a link between vaccines and autism. We just want to reiterate that along with several other professional organizations, this one specifically is from the American Academy of Pediatrics, that says scientists have repeatedly found no link between vaccines and autism. There's no single root cause of autism, and we just want to remind the public that there is no link between vaccines and the increasing autism rates we've seen in this country. Next slide, please. That said, Vaccines for Children Clinic is back this month, thanks to the County of Essex. They are hosting this clinic 3 times this month, as usual, and information can be seen on the flyer for a phone number or the website to register. Next slide. We'd also like to highlight an event coming up during the holiday break. The Township and the Red Cross are partnering to host a blood drive. The info here is on the flyer. It'll be on Tuesday, December 30th from 12 to 5 p.m. You can sign up to donate blood at the website at the bottom, redcrossblood.org. Next slide. This may be familiar to some of you. We have created a list of resources in our community for families dealing with food insecurity. It was created following the recent hiatus of SNAP benefits, or food stamp benefits, and in the next slide, you will find a directory of local businesses that are offering assistance or discounts. If you know of any food distributions happening around town, feel free to reach out to our department so we can help promote it. Slide, please. Thank you. We'd also like to remind the public that open enrollment for health insurance is now open, NJ Family Care is available for families with children, and Get Covered NJ is a great tool for adults looking to find affordable healthcare insurance. Next slide. Our nursing update for this month. First, want to touch on the recent executive directive signed by Governor Murphy, which allows anyone 6 months and older to be vaccinated against COVID-19. This statewide effort acts as a medical prescription that the public can use, both in this room or watching at home, and take advantage to stay protected this winter season. In the next slide, you'll find that our nurse has investigated 6 communicable diseases and completed 7 health screenings. These were at the DeHart Community Center during one of their senior social events last month, and also administered 1 flu vaccine. Next slide. Our environmental health update. Actually, before we start here, I'd like to thank the Essex Regional Health Commission for offering their coverage and expertise this month while we were in between health inspectors. But actually today was our first day for our new health inspector, Mickens Mathieu, and we're very excited to have him now as part of our team, and he'll be helping us with the Board of Health presentations going forward. Next slide. For social services and mental health, we'd like to report that our crisis intervention social workers have had a total case count of 31 in November. And we'd also like to highlight another program on the next slide from Collaborative Support Programs of New Jersey, CSBNJ. For anybody needing help applying for social services online, they are at the Hilton Branch Library between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. on Saturdays, every single week. 2 quick announcements from the Health Department. We'd like to thank the Division of Arts and Culture for helping put the Gratitude Graffiti project together, and also the participating vendors for welcoming this initiative back to MAPSO. It ran throughout the whole of November, and as you can see some pictures here, it was really great to see people kind of make it their own and tell the community what they're grateful for through these graffiti marker projects at the windows of the vendors. Next slide. As always, we'd like to remind the public to make the right call. This is a banner that we created, and we'd like all residents to keep these numbers at easy access and to familiarize themselves with their uses. We have fridge magnets of this banner available upon request at the Health Department if you're interested. And before I end, I'd also like to, on behalf of the Health Department, extend our deepest thanks to committee member Deb Engel for serving as the Board of Health Chair during her tenure here. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think that was a fabulous first presentation here in the Township Committee room. So good job, Mr. Schwartz. Any questions from my colleagues? Mr. DeLuca.
Yes. I would like the Health Department to take a look at the former Quick Check on Boyden. There seems to be folks who are living there in the front of it, and I think we could send our social workers or the crisis intervention team to take a look, see if we could help folks out.
Yes, we'll do. Thank you for bringing that up. Actually, we have received several reports of the cases at the former Quick Check, as you called it. So we are working with CSBNJ to make sure we are on top of the individuals there. So thank you.
Deputy Mayor Herman.
Thank you. I wanted to thank you for the first slide that you shared with us about how vaccines don't cause autism. That's a really important message to get out to our community, especially in light of some of the things that we're hearing out of Washington. So I'd like to see that shared along with our information about the vaccines, and maybe shared with our community. But thank you for including that slide in your presentation. I think it goes a long way to giving the right medical information to our residents.
Thank you.
No, Mayor. Okay, I had one thing. So last month we talked, it was funny when you talked about Get Covered NJ and affordable insurance. It's not really that affordable for people anymore. We talked about this last month about how we have so many members of our community who are independent contractors, who work in entertainment, who rely on the Affordable Care Act and subsidies for health insurance. And I just want to read one example of someone who's a Broadway actress and her husband is a small business owner. And she wrote on Facebook, "My family and I are on the health insurance exchange this year. Thanks to Trump and the Republicans, on January 1st, 2026, our health insurance premiums will go up from $777 a month to $2,221 per month. This is in addition to the tremendous out-of-pocket costs that, curse word, health plan has us pay." So I just want to reiterate that this is a huge problem for our community, and I think a lot of people are actually going to be without health insurance. I know I'm without health insurance right now because it's not affordable, and I just want to ask our health department to look at programs that we can be doing for our community during this time, which is a crisis. I was disappointed to know we don't have flu shot clinics this year. We're not doing COVID shot clinics this year. We talked last month about, is there a way to continue health screenings in the wintertime? Because we do them at the farmers market, we do them at the Hart Community Center. So I'm just hoping that maybe we can throw this back to your committee or whoever's committee is next month so that we can talk about ways that we can help our community who's going to be really suffering. Because I think a lot of people on this dais have corporate health insurance, and I don't think you realize how hard it is. You know, you could hear it in my voice. And I've been on the marketplace since 2015 or something, and it's really hard right now.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that we're aware of it and thinking about it and thinking about ways that we can be helping our community.
Yeah, I think it's a really great idea, especially, I mean, we do health screenings, but they tend to be for our senior community. Yeah, maybe we could look at seeing what we can do to open that up a little more to others who are not seniors.
And I even know, getting flu shots, a resident told me that you can't bring your kids to the pharmacies anymore to get flu shots. So, even just, I know that Essex County has their program, but just ways to make it accessible for people to be able to go get vaccinated.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing this up. I saw that comment on Facebook as well and was equally shocked and dismayed at this cost increase. And I think this is definitely going to be a big issue, and hopefully we can, find ways to help. I did want to bring up that there is a screening van that comes to the food shed. I went for the screening van because they were advertising that there were going to be flu and COVID shots. I can follow up with you and Ms. Davenport afterward, but I went because I didn't have either of those shots myself, and I thought, oh, good, I'll go and check this out, and I'll get my shots. And then the person who was supposed to be providing the shots didn't show up that day, so I did the screening in a little PSA to, share with folks that you can, that this is available, but I believe that they were planning to come once a month, and they were going to be providing these shots. So that's something I think we can follow up on and hopefully get that information out to the public.
That was, I thought, the one-off that was some partnership with an LGBTQ plus
It was, yeah,
program,
because
and it was to provide, the screenings there. They had been coming. We've been working with St. Barnabas. They've been coming, RJ Barnabas, whatever. They've been coming to the farmers markets every month, once a month. First,
Here, it was NJCRI mobile testing van. They were providing free HIV and STI testing with a finger prick. They were supposed to also, I believe, have the flu and the COVID shot. So that's something to follow up on.
Yes, of course. Thank you for bringing that up. We are working with them to make sure that we do have accurate information to give out to the public, because as a township, we want to be able to give accurate information for these types of events. So like what you were saying, so they know what to expect and they're showing up for these types of screenings. So we are hoping to bring it back in the new year, and that way we'll have accurate information for when there actually will be flu, COVID shots, testing, all that.
Yeah, so it was NJCRI, and that was on October 22nd when I went.
Yeah, at the food shed, yep.
I think it would be, the health department, we stepped up in conjunction with South Orange and the schools when the SNAP benefits were cut, when the government shut down. And I think maybe we need to look at health screenings and vaccinations to the extent that we can make those available in some way, to step up for yet another gap under the Trump administration that we're experiencing.
I think it's really important we do that, and I did bring it up last month, and we haven't, and so I just really want to urge us to do it, because I think having a strong public health department is a real big asset that we have in Maplewood, and I know some of us on this dais have really pushed in order to keep it robust and go after grants. Ms. Davenport has done a great job and able to fund it, and I just think that we're here to provide services, critical services to our community, and we need to keep it up. And it's not just about food, it's about healthcare.
Right.
How homelessness and healthcare are two driving, and financial distress are driving factors of mental illness. And I just think we have a duty to help our residents.
So we have one of your slides, you were talking about the children's vaccines that are coming up. Maybe you can bring that back up?
Yes,
or-
the Vaccines for Children
Yeah, Essex
program.
County usually runs them, and they're usually like in
'cause we do that,
Irvington.
and-
They're not as local or convenient for our residents to get to them. I'm just mentioning.
Oh, what, the one that we're doing?
No, the Essex County
Okay.
vaccines that you're talking about.
Got it.
Maplewood in the past has run flu shot clinics, open up to the public to
I
sign up and get your
know,
flu
I know.
shot.
The seniors were disappointed that they didn't have it this year.
And then because we've been doing the health screenings once a month in the farmer's market, last month when I asked, it said no, it was going to stop. So we said, oh, is it possible to look into some kind of health screenings again? So that was why I brought that up
Yeah.
again.
Okay, I'll put that on the agenda, make sure that we talk about that.
Thank you, Deputy Herman. And then I don't know if there's an advocacy angle for y'all who've been involved more that we can be doing in order to help our residents to get more affordable health care. I don't
What
know.
does that say? It says Weequahic, Upper, what?
Locations?
Central, yeah.
It's always the same locations. The dates just change every month, but it's always at what Sessing Park Community Center. That's in Bloomfield. That's on the 3rd, so tomorrow. The second one on the 10th is Upper Central Fieldhouse in Orange. And the third one is a little bit more local, Essex County Bilal Beasley Community Center. That's in Irvington. So it's always the same locations, just changes every single month what dates the county goes in and runs the clinic.
Could your department please reach out to the county health department, see if they can expand the locations?
Yeah, sure, to maybe have one here? Yeah, of course. Yeah, we'll reach
I
out.
mean, I can, but I think it would be also great coming from you to the health department.
Yeah, we'll find out what they need from us, and then we'll bring it back to you to see if they need some sort of approval from the township committee
Yeah,
to be able to
because
host
I
this.
mean, it's not just urban areas that need this.
Of course, yeah, great points.
Thank you. And I did just want to say that I've been Board of Health Chair for 3 years, and I have just loved it. I've loved working with Ms. Davenport. I've loved working with you, Gabe. I've loved working with your predecessor, with all of our various staff that we've had in the health department. So it's one of my sad things that I won't be able to chair this meeting anymore, but I look forward to hopefully continuing on the Municipal Alliance with you all. So thank you so much for your report, for your time. And now
wanna ask for-
now we open it up to public comment from the public. So seeing no one in the room, Mr. Wary, can you help facilitate online?
If anyone joining on Zoom would like to address the Board of Health, please raise your hand. I see no hands.
Thank you, Mr. Wary. So with that, our next scheduled meeting is Tuesday, January 6, 2026, with a new Board of Health Chair. And with that, I move to adjourn.
I'll second.
Mayor Adams,
Yes.
Mr. DeLuca?
Yes.
Ms. Herman?
Yes.
Ms. Engel?
Yes. Thank you. Back to you, Mayor.
Thank you, Ms. Engel. And thanks for that. I think that was really important, what you shared. So thank you for doing that. We have one ordinance on for introduction. Ms. Fritzen, 3175-25.
Yes, Mayor. On introduction, ordinance number 3175-25 is an ordinance amending and supplementing Chapter 187 of the Code of the Township of Maplewood entitled Outdoor Dining to prohibit smoking in outdoor cafes and streeteries. This ordinance will amend and supplement Article 1 and Article 2 of Chapter 187 of the Township Code to establish prohibitions on smoking any substance in outdoor dining areas within the township.
Okay, thank you. Can we get a motion, Ms. Herman?
Motion. Wasn't prepared for that. I move the passage of this ordinance on first reading, its publication according to law in the Maplewood South Orange News Record, and a hearing to be held on December 16th.
That's it. I'll second.
Thank you very much.
Roll call?
Mr. DeLuca?
Yes.
Engel?
Yes.
Ms. Herman?
Yes.
Mayor Adams?
Yes, thank you. We have no other ordinances on, so we'll move to reports from departments. Mr. Weary?
I have no report tonight, Mayor.
What?
Yep.
Okay.
I had a question for
I have-
Mr.
I
Wary.
have two things
Okay,
for him,
I
too.
was going to open it up.
My question was, I know we've talked a lot about the bike lanes being installed starting November 24th, but I don't know that they've been finished. So I was just curious about what the timeline is.
Yeah, my understanding, they've been started, not finished. I don't know the timing of that, but I can find out from Mr. Kidner tomorrow.
Thank you.
Mr.
I'm hoping it's done before I'm done here.
Yeah, the expectation, absolutely.
Oh, it has to be done.
No,
has
because the
to.
weather was changing,
Yeah,
so I
it'll
was
be
just
done.
surprised. It's
Yeah.
I believe they're doing paving, they're doing striping this week, 1st through the 5th.
Yep, they were out there already this week.
Yep.
They're not complete yet.
Good question.
So, I have two things. The bollards at Burnett and Tuscan Road, Burnett Avenue and Tuscan Road, they were removed in the paving. There was a question of whether they were damaged in the paving or not. They have not been replaced. The paving's been done since September.
Okay.
I've received, just this week, received 2 emails about the dangerous conditions there with left turns. I know Mr. Kittner is in conversations with the paving company. Maybe you, Mr. Weary,
I have
and Ms.
ideas.
Credidio need to get involved because there could be a dispute there as to who's responsible. But they're just lying on the sidewalk behind the Walgreens there. Doesn't make any sense. At a minimum, we should put some cones back up like we used to,
Agreed.
so that we don't have left turns. Okay. Second thing is, out of the blue, and I don't know who this person is, sent me really disturbing pictures from the community fridge of all the stuff that
Yeah,
has been there.
you mean
Them
garbage?
too.
Not only garbage, but people are bringing chairs and furniture there and all kinds. I'll send you the pictures, but if you could go over and take a look and just sort of come up with a strategy. I know there was a lot of stuff brought up around Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Yes, we will follow up on it. So that you're aware, we collect garbage there 6 days a week, and we collect cardboard recycling there every other day. And then we did get an increased number of drop-offs around the holidays, but we'll follow up on that.
Yeah.
This is like chairs and all kinds of stuff.
I sent him the emails.
Yep, I got them.
Okay. You got those emails?
Yeah, we all did.
Yeah, we all,
We all did, okay.
I didn't get them.
Count your blessing.
You're lucky.
I did talk with Mr. Weary about this and talking with the Health Department and DPW a couple times regarding this past week.
Okay.
Health Department should probably go over too and just kind of check it out,
Yeah.
because we were talking about one, accusation. There's also a petition out there to move the community fridge, which is something we're considering anyway for other reasons, but we haven't finalized anything, right?
that's right.
Okay. Any other questions for Mr. Weary?
Just going back to the cones and the bollards, people think that you can make left turns there now.
Yeah.
I've heard from friends.
You can.
Right, but so even with the cones, maybe like the signs back up again, or maybe we can do something funny on social media
Fair enough.
or ticket.
Ms. Credidio?
No report, Mayor.
Okay, everybody's just anxious to get back into closed session. Okay. Any questions for our attorney? Nope. Our township clerk? You always have a report.
I love reports. Okay, just to give an overview of what's coming up with elections And we have two upcoming election dates to fill the U.S. House of Representatives, Congressional District 11. There'll be a special primary on February 5th, and there'll also be the general election for that position on April 16th. So we will obviously get the information out on the website for the public as far as all of the deadlines, hash marks for, registration, and it will then be part of 4 elections that we have in 2026. These two, in addition to a June primary election and a November general election. So lucky us, we have 4 elections in 2026, and, information will follow. I also want to report that the Township reorganization meeting will be Thursday, January 1st, 2026, beginning at 2 p.m. And we are already in the midst of making plans, and it's going to be a great reorganization meeting with clergy, music, everything you've come to expect over, the last several years. But again, a 2 p.m. start. And just to remind you that our next meeting on December 16th, we will be beginning in open session for the agenda portion at 8 p.m. so that the Township Committee can attend a civic event, specifically the menorah lighting. That is all that I have.
All right, any questions for our Township Clerk? Seeing none, we'll move on to elected official reports. Ms. Engel.
I just want to say Happy Giving Tuesday to all of the nonprofits in Maplewood. I had a YouthNet meeting since our last meeting, and so it's just, they were honored at our last reorganization meeting, and that they are one of our organizations who have fundraising going on. We have so many different organizations fundraising, so thank you all for all you do. Thank everyone for donating, and that is my report.
Okay, any questions for Ms. Engel? Seeing none, we'll move on to Mr. DeLuca.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple things. This Thursday night at 7:30, we're going to have a meeting on the Ridgewood Road Historic District idea. It's going to be over at the Woodland in the main hall there. And we'll have our consultants make presentations, and there'll be an opportunity for the participants to engage in the process. The second thing is, we, at the public safety meeting, we asked the chief that now that he has a full complement of parking enforcement officers to really enforce the law in Maplewood Village. And I think what's happening is that people now are saying, where are the Uber drivers and people just running in to pick up a pizza and stuff going to park? So I would like to suggest that from now until after the holidays, that we authorize Mr. Weary to work with Mr. Kittner to pull out those old COVID signs we used to have, those 15-minute signs we had them on.
Oh, I
Yes,
thought
please.
pull them off the street.
Yes,
but
No.
they're already off the street.
And put a couple over at Roman Gourmet and a couple over at Words. And I don't think they'll have the, in order to write tickets, you'd have to do the ordinance. We're not going to be able to do that. But at least we can do what we did in COVID, that we recognize that there was a problem and we can't get ahead of it at the moment, and particularly during the holidays, just to give some relief so that we can provide some of this. So I would just suggest we do.
You're talking about the 15-minute parking for
Yeah.
drop-off. Yes, I'm very much in support of that, mentioning how we need places for ride shares.
Right, and that's something that we talked about, and that's something that we're going to pursue with the Village Alliance, is they're talking about parking and all that, but that's going to take time.
Yeah.
And this is just a quick thing.
I think it's a great idea.
I think it's an okay idea.
If we know where the signs are. Do we
You
know where the
guys-
signs are?
Okay?
We're on board.
Yeah, hopefully we can get some
on
feedback from
board.
residents.
You're on board?
Yes.
On board.
You kind of had no choice, right?
And then the last thing is I just want to share with you something that was in my
Oh,
drink,
jeez.
in my Mai Tai. I brought this back. This was Sunday night, a little Mai Tai. And so just want to say I'm back.
Yeah, great.
And Mayor, if you'd
Thanks.
like, I'll be
Oh,
back.
gee, thank you so much.
You didn't bring the sunshine.
I
Yeah.
didn't bring any sunshine, man. It's cold here.
Brought your tan.
Can't believe it.
Yes, it is cold. You're in the Northeast.
Yes.
You're not in Hawaii anymore. Anybody have any questions for Mr. Hawaii over here? Anybody want the Mai Tai umbrella? No?
It's all you.
Or your state? All right, we'll move on to Deputy
Well, not
Mayor.
anymore. Maplewood's my home. So let me tell you about some really exciting things we've got coming up. If you've warmed up your wallet this weekend shopping Small Business Saturday, please keep it open and hop over to 1978 Maplewood Arts Center for our special curated holiday art market. The market will be open this Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 4 p.m., but if you want to jump on fellow shoppers, you can join us for a special pre-opening sale this Thursday night from 6 to 8 p.m. And that is at the 1978 Center. Lots of amazing art for sale. This weekend, please join us Saturday at Rickleton Square for the annual tree lighting at 4:30 p.m. Dickens Village opens earlier on Saturday with Santa's arrival at 1 p.m., so you can make a day of it. We have last call for our senior holiday party, which will be Thursday, December 11th at 12 p.m. at the Woodland. And then next weekend, the fun continues. Saturday, December 13th, with another tree lighting, this time at the gazebo at Hilton Library on Springfield Avenue. Join us at 4 p.m. for some snacks and music from the students at Seth Boyden and Tuscan Elementary Schools, as well as the Soma Pop Choir. And then the very next day, on Sunday, December 14th, you can visit Durand Hedden and view the winning entries at the annual Gingerbread House Competition. I'm really looking forward to this one because this year I was asked to be one of the judges. And finally, please join us in 2 weeks from tonight, December 16th, for the annual Hanukkah menorah lighting. It will be held at Rickleton Square at 6 p.m. Thank you. That's my report.
All right, any questions for Ms. Herman? Okay, so you've covered all the events. Next, December 16th meeting will be a half hour later, correct? Because of the menorah lightings.
Yes.
So we will start closed session at 7:30 and open session at 8 p.m. So that's my report. Okay, we'll move on. We have no discussion items on, so we can go straight to the consent agenda. Does anyone want to move it?
I move the consent
Second.
agenda.
Mr. DeLuca?
Yes.
Ms. Engel?
Yes.
Ms. Herman?
Yes.
Mayor Adams?
Yes. This brings us to public comment on any subject matter. If there anyone in the public online who would like to speak and address to the Township Committee.
If anyone joining on Zoom would like to speak in public portion, please raise your hand. I see no hands, Mayor.
You see these?
Nothing.
No. Okay. All right, with that, I'll move, we go back into closed session. Can I get a second?
Second. Do you have to
I
read
have
that?
something to read.
Okay.
Whereas Section 8 of the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, Public Laws 1975, permits the exclusion of the public from a meeting in certain circumstances, and whereas this public body is of the opinion that such circumstances presently exist, now therefore be it resolved by the Township Committee, Township of Maplewood, County of Essex, State of New Jersey as follows. The public shall be excluded from discussion upon any action upon the herein specified subject matter. The general nature of the subject matter to be discussed as follows. Personnel, Mr. Weary, anything else or just personnel?
The
Contract,
same topics as earlier.
yeah, same topics as before.
Let's see, personnel and fair share mediation potential agreement.
It's anticipated this time that the above stated subject matter will be made public.
So I move it.
Second?
Mr. DeLuca?
Yes.
Ms. Engel?
Yes.
Ms. Herman?
Yes.
Mayor Adams?
Yes, thank you. We'll
We're in
come
close.
back into open after to end the meeting, right?
We can do it.